Why you should never chase women. Today a very spontaneous video from the gym of the hotel we're currently staying at, which is evidently empty because most men have terrible habits. They're not here working out, they're probably out getting drunk somewhere doing half-assed approaches. That's why we got the gym available to ourselves to shoot this short little video to provide some added value for you. Today I want to talk about why you should never chase women and what it means to chase women and what it doesn't mean. Most men think that chasing women is equivalent to taking action, taking the lead, making things happen. And let me be very clear that it is absolutely your responsibility as a man to make things happen. It is absolutely your responsibility to do the approach, to invite her for a date, to move things forward efficiently and effectively via text. It's absolutely your responsibility to move the entire interaction in the desired direction. That's absolutely your responsibility. That is not the same as chasing. Being proactive, leading, making fun, playful, respectful invitations to move things forward, that is not the same as chasing. That is your responsibility. And a lot of men complain, they say, David, why is it my responsibility to move things forward with her? Why should I even have to put in any effort? I'm a man who's very successful in his career, in his business. I have all this status, all this money. Women should just come to me. No, that's not how it works. Because remember, when we talk about value, it's not about inherent value. It's about communicated and perceived value. And if she doesn't perceive you as a man who's going to be able to contribute value to her life, well, she's not going to be incentivized to move things forward with you. And to resist the idea that you as a man should move things forward is to resist biology. It's to resist evolution. I want you to understand that it's the most normal and natural thing to move things forward as a man. That's your job, okay? And the longer you resist, assuming the responsibility, assuming the burden of the conversation, assuming the burden of proactivity, the longer you'll rob yourself from having an amazing social life as well as a high-quality relationship. So, one, assume the responsibility to make things happen. Now, what does it mean to chase? A lot of men get needy. Well, first of all, let me take a step back. Chasing happens at a mental and emotional level as well as a practical, outward-facing action perspective from that angle. So, chasing comes from an emotional place of overreaching, needing. It's not the same as wanting. Let's be very clear. There's a big difference between wanting a relationship with a woman, seeing somebody you're very attracted to, seeing this beautiful bench, oh, so beautiful, look at the leather. I'd love to do some bench presses or to do some curls or whatever on here. I want that. The leather's so smooth. It's obviously a silly example, right? But the idea of wanting somebody is absolutely fine. Desire is perfectly fine. Desire is very motivating. But this idea of I need her, I can't stop thinking about her. I fall asleep at night, the last thing I think about is her. I wake up in the morning, I can't even focus on work anymore. All I can think about is her. That is neediness. That's the emotional reality of needing, which is what leads to chasing. So you have to first of all understand that that's probably a very unhealthy thing to do because it kills attraction for reasons we're going to talk about in a minute. Now, what does chasing look like from an actionable point of view? What happens when men chase? Well, let's say you invite her for a date and she says, I can't, I'm busy with work. Okay? You may have sent a text saying, let's meet Friday evening at 7 p.m. bar XYZ in Seattle. And she goes, I'm busy with work. I can't right now. And then you say, well, what about Saturday evening? Well, Saturday I actually have to take care of my grandmother's dog. You're like, no problem. What about Sunday for brunch? You open up your entire schedule like a little bitch to this person and you make yourself available. That's chasing. It's an example of chasing. Another example of chasing is you're in a bar or nightclub. And remember, you don't ever have to go to bars and nightclubs to find an amazing girlfriend and life partner, but it's a fun place to be. It's a very ritualistic place to be, but you don't ever have to go there. But let's assume you are there. Let's say you're having a great conversation, you communicated your personality authentically and effectively, you've learned the principles of attraction, so she's kind of on, and then after 20 minutes she goes, oh, okay, just got to run to the toilet real quick. What I'm about to say is going to sound silly, but a lot of men do it. They're like, yeah, cool, no worries, I'll walk you there. and then they wait outside of the toilet so she doesn't run away. That's a sign of chasing. That's a sign of neediness. Or, so what you should do instead is obviously just let her go. If she's not invested enough after 20 minutes to come back from the toilet, by the way, you should have gotten her Instagram beforehand, just in case some other stimuli takes over. But if she's not invested enough, then your communication sucked up until that point. So what you should obviously do instead is just let her go and let her come back. But another sign of neediness is you're just standing there with your beer, waiting for her to come back for 5 minutes and not talking to anybody. Because, oh, what if I talk to other people and then she gets jealous and I lose my chance? No, if she goes to the bathroom, that's absolutely fine. You're not just going to stand there with your beer waiting for your only real chance of love to re-enter your life. No, what you're going to do instead is you're going to engage with people. You're going to high-five women. You're going to fist bump bros. You're going to be dancing. You're going to be walking around the nightclub. You're going to have fun. You're going to talk to other people around. That doesn't mean you need to intimately approach other people and make her jealous and do some manipulation nonsense, but you're going to socialize. And you socializing is actually going to increase her interest in you, because if she realizes that you socialized within the 4 or 7 minutes that she went to the bathroom, what does that show? Wow, you have options. You're not needy. And now we get into, there's a million more examples of what chasing is, right? You can probably think of 7 examples from your own life straight away if you were to put a little bit of thought into it. But let me just give you briefly, because we don't have too much time today, I just want to briefly give you an explanation as to why chasing is such a bad thing. We all know you shouldn't chase women, but why should you not chase women? Well, if you overextend yourself mentally and emotionally, if you go just that tiny bit too far, if you're trying just a little bit too hard, it overvalidates her. It basically shows her unconsciously that you cannot have any other options. Because if you did have a lot of options available, then you wouldn't possibly be chasing so hard. You wouldn't be opening up your schedule that much. You wouldn't be re-inviting her that much. You wouldn't not be teasing her. You wouldn't be too nice. You wouldn't be exerting all these blind spots that you currently have. And if she realizes that you don't have options, it immediately decreases your value. Because what does a man with options act like? If she tells you, oh, I can't Friday night because I have friends coming over, what does a man with options say? No problem, enjoy. Boom, short message, short and sweet. That's it. And then, what do? You go out and you meet more people. You go to Tinder, Hinge, Bumble. You use those effectively, taught in detail in my coaching program, by the way, and you create more options for yourself, right? But in your direct communication with her, you're just short and sweet, never jealous, never butthurt. A lot of men get butthurt. A lot of men get passive-aggressive because, yeah, that's what happens. If you don't have a lot of options and somebody threatens to take that away from you, being her, the option herself, you get passive-aggressive towards her. No, what you do instead is, yeah, cool, enjoy, positive, always positive, no worries, enjoy. Short and sweet, not chasing. You leave it for a couple of days and then you follow up intelligently. A man with options is always going to be relaxed, never chasing. He's going to socialize with other people. He's going to let her know that he's somebody who's desired by men and women. Men want to be like him. Women want to be with him. That is the essence. And that's what you have to communicate in your communication with her. That's what you have to display. And if she realizes that you chase too hard, you can't have options. And remember, it goes back to this old biological thing of the alpha male, even though I don't really like that term, right? Women want the alpha male. And the alpha male basically, it's a stupid little word, right? Don't get hung up on the word. I don't like it either, right? But it basically means the tribal leader, right? The leader of the tribe, the man who's leading other men, who's protecting women, who has access and who's distributing resources. That's who women want to be with. And that man always had options. Like if she shows just a tiny bit of disinterest, if she teases you, if she throws you congruence tests, you're never needy. You're never going to run after her. You create your space. You're fun. You're teasy. You're playful. That manifests in a million different ways. But if you show her that you don't have options, you couldn't possibly be the alpha male, all those are unconscious processes, and she immediately loses attraction for you. So here's my invitation for you. Instead of acting like a little bitch, disrespecting yourself, running after women who are evidently not that interested in you, learn to communicate your personality authentically and effectively. Study the principles of attraction. Study the psychology of men to women interactions. And then you can create an amazing dating life for yourself without overreaching, without running after people who either are only teasing you a little bit, as a congruence says, or who are genuinely not interested in you. No, you'll be grounded. You'll be centered in your own value as a man, authentically and effectively. And if you want to learn how to do that in detail, simply apply for a free initial consultation call with the link underneath this video on YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, TikTok, wherever this episode may be posted. During that free call, we'll create a free plan for you based on your individual situation. And then we can talk about the coaching program or the various different coaching programs in depth. If you're a man who's willing to take action, if you're somebody who enjoys growth, if you're just somebody who wants an amazing relationship or just a better dating life in general, I'd be very happy and be very privileged to help you with that. So, looking forward to speaking with you.